Hey guys, Steven here with Pinky's Iron Doors. Today we're going to show you how to touch up your steel windows as well as your steel doors using the touch-up paint that you can get on our website. So first off, I just want to say that this process is super easy and anyone can do it. Now let's start by making sure that your scratch isn't too deep or too long. If it's really big, you're going to want to get a professional to fix that. But if you get the paint from our website, it'll look like this when it arrives. So let's go over a few of the things that actually come with this. So when you unscrew the lid, there's this brush that has a lot of paint on it. But then when you take off the clear and red cap, there's the pen, which is our main tool. And the pin itself is nice because you can actually use it to paint into some smaller scratches as well. We've got a door over here that we can show you guys on. We're gonna go over there and we're gonna use the pen tool to start. Come on. So we're gonna start off with the pen tool because the brush tool that we saw a little bit earlier is actually really easy to over apply paint with, and we wanna avoid that at all costs. It's actually a really big problem that some people have. There's a way that we can fix it, but let's try to not do it in the first place. So we'll start down here at this scratch. So I like to start with just a dot of paint, and then like I'm doing right here, you're just gonna work that paint towards the edge. You can use a little metal tip to just ride the inside of the paint that's already there, and it helps you just paint within the lines and keep it a little bit cleaner. With the smaller one right over here, you add even less. Just be careful to not do too much. There's a little bit of a technique with it, but you'll get it pretty quickly and it's not too hard. So the key is that you don't want to put too much on there. And if you see that there's too big of a glob of paint on there, you can actually get a wet paper towel and wipe it off and start again. Basically what we want to try and avoid is it actually protruding in a bump out from the metal. So you can actually use this to your advantage. If you have a scratch that's a little bit deeper but not very wide, you can use the pin like we talked about earlier and paint inside of it. Go back every 30 minutes to an hour and apply another coat until the whole surface is now even because it's been filled in with the paint. The paint should only take a few hours to dry, so make sure that you go back a little bit before the 1 hour mark after you did it. Check your work and make sure that you didn't put too much or too little. If you put too much, just wipe it off with a wet paper towel, and if you put too little, put on another coat like we talked about. And that's it, guys. That's the whole process. If you haven't gotten your touch-up paint yet, go to pinkys.com. Go over to the shop tab, down to paint samples and touch-up paint, scroll all the way down to the bottom, and that's where you're going to find touch-up paint. Go ahead and add that to your cart, and don't be afraid to refer back to this video to see these instructions again. See you next time.